Now we are going to see the asexual reproduction in multicellular organism. Now multicellular organism, no, made up of many cells. Okay, so your first example of asexual reproduction, or first type of asexual reproduction is fragmentation. This type of asexual reproduction occurs in multicellular organism. Fragmentation, some organisms are made up of fragments. Fragments means flat body, they have flat body, and they are flat body consist of many cells, no, as your finger you could see having no grooves here. So like that, many cells they are made up of, but they are ribbon like structure. Okay, so suppose I am taking the example of the finger, and you could see there are grooves here. Suppose each is made up of a single cell, isn't it? No. Now, in this type of reproduction, the parent body or parent organism, it breaks open into many fragments. Now, suppose this is a parent organism and it will break open from here. Okay, as it breaks open, each of the cell will start living an individual life. Okay, and then it will grow and multiply into an whole organism. You could see here the example we can take from the algae, that is the Spirogera, and the sponge, okay, living sponge which are there found in the ocean, and Spirogera is found in the fresh water. Okay, Spirogera is ribbon-like structure and flat, which can break open. It can form into the fragments. Okay, and these fragments again will grow into a new organism. So which type of reproduction it is? It is asexual reproduction as well as fragmentation. Next, asexual reproduction is regeneration. Regeneration means an organism cuts into, or either accidentally or by chance, it breaks open its body into different small pieces, and then that small piece again grows into a whole organism. So this process is called as regeneration. Regeneration is also, you will see in the lizard's tail. No, by chance if you happen to beat the lizard, and the lizard will not die, but its tail will break open. That tail will not grow into new lizard, correct, but the lizard which is alive, it will grow into the new tail, it will grow its tail, new tail will be formed, but that tail will not grow into new lizard. Got that? So that is regeneration, but regeneration of that particular part of the body. Your regeneration is of the whole organism. From this organism, if you cut open the organism or cut this organism, make slices of this organism, each slice of this organism will grow into a new organism. So that is called as regeneration, and each will again grow into a live as an individual organism. Here in your textbook, it is given planaria for this example of regeneration. You can give hydra also, no problem, but better stick to the textbook. Okay, so planaria, they have given three parts of the body is cut. The example of regeneration is given for planaria. Here is the budding. Next, no, that is also we have taken it as an hydra. So this hydra, under the unfavorable condition, or under the favorable condition, what will happen? The specific part from its body, it will grow a small outgrowth. No, a small bud will grow. This small bud will be detached to the parent body, and then it will keep on growing and growing. After, it will develop the whole organism, and as the development is over, it will get detached from the parent body and grow into a new individual. Okay, here you will see the hydra. The next we are going to study about the vegetative propagation. Now what is vegetative propagation? It is also an asexual reproduction, type of asexual reproduction. What is vegetative? The parts of the body. Reproduction from the parts of that body, from the parts of that organism. Now this mainly takes place in plants. Okay. So you could see this type of potato, growth of potato at home. No, if you cut this potato into slice and sow it in the soil, you will find it will grow into a new plant. Okay, so this is a vegetative propagation where some outgrowths or buds appear on this individual or appear on this plant. It is a stem, correct? No, potato is a stem of a plant and it develops, it has the capacity to develop into a new plant. You will see your bryophyllum. No, it is called as the parent of hundreds or parent of thousand. You could see the small plants appearing on the leaves. These leaves could give rise to new individuals. So they have the capacity, the leaf of the plant can give rise to an individual. It is bryophyllum. Okay. Here also you could have observed in your surrounding, in your local, it is called as ghav mari. It cures the wounds. No, this leaf cures the wound. So it is used, whoever is, those people who are having cattle and all, they keep this plant near their house. If the cattle is wounded, suddenly they take the leaf of this plant and apply it on the wound of the cattle or either on the wound of any of the organism. It can be applied on human being also. So this is an example of bryophyllum. You could see there is an, at a particular condition, the leaf starts giving out these outgrowths, buds from their body, and these birds, if you sow these leaves in the soil, it can give rise to a new organism. Okay, leaf of bryophyllum. If you keep this leaf in your book also, in your textbook also, after some days you will find they have given rise, the roots will come out first, no, tiny roots, hair like growth, and then the plant. Okay, the next is the spore formation. Spore formation occurs in the fungus, that is, here you could see the mucor, growth of the mucor, the fungus. The bread is kept for longer days and you will find the growth of fungus on it, isn't it? This fungus, if you observe under the microscope, it will look like that. That is the left side of your slide. Okay, see here the growth of the fungus. It has grown and given rise to a stolon. Stolon is a stick like, no, could see stolon, the growth of the from the plant body, okay, as well as the rhizoids which enter into the, these are rhizoids, root like substance, enter into our no carbohydrates or whatever the dead organisms, dead substance only, these are saprophytes, dead substance, and then they give rise to a sporangiophore. Sporangiophore, you could see this small dundee like, no, long dundee like danda, that is sporangiophore, and on it you could find a sporangium. Now this is round bird which is there, we call it as sporangium, and this sporangium when it becomes matured, it will hold many cells, no, seeds like substance, and when it become matured, it opens. As it opens, these spores which are there, they will fly away with the air or either they will settle on the same food substance and then again grow into a new organism. Okay, so that is spore formation. This spore formation or either the fungal growth on the fruits. Okay, this is a fruit and you could see many spores, black color spots. These black color spots are sporangium. This sporangium will become mature and then spores will be formed. Either these spores will be carried away by the air or either they will fall on the same substance. Okay,